July 2nd, 2022, and I have till September 1st to write basically my entire third book. So I'm at 23,000 words. We're in for a ride, a journey, folks. Welcome to my book 3 writing vlog. It's taken a while to start this vlog because I made a deal with myself. I'm not allowed to start the vlog till I hit 40,000 words because it was taking too long to get to Act 2. It would take even longer if I kept being like, oh, I'm having so much trouble getting to Act 2. It is July 29th and I have hit 40,400 words and I am writing the big break into Act 2. I'm almost there. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to Act 2! I've been working on this forever, struggling with this book, because with the first draft, I need to troll it. I need to just like be a hermit and write the first draft. I can't switch between projects. My brain has to just like live in the bubble. So I'm finally able to live in the bubble. Finally able to do it. I've finished second project. I've given that in. Now I'm supposed to finish this by September 1st and it's July 29th. I don't know if you know, but that's just not that much time. And I guess this is just like how I work now. I've done a lot of rewriting of Act 1. Surprise, surprise! That's also classic. Classic me and a lot of other people. I think of a new idea to make things work better. I go all the way back, incorporate the idea through the whole thing. I can't just like start the idea where I am when I have it. I have to go back and make sure all of it is in there. So by the time I get to the end, I know what happened before to get to where we are. I just can't work out of order. I'm annoying. I find first drafts are the hardest. First drafts are my hardest thing. I know some people just like love first drafts. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I've heard of one person that loves first draft. I love every draft after that. I'll edit till no tomorrow. But like getting the actual first draft down is the challenge. I've accepted it. Now that I'm at 40,000 words, I think I have less than 100,000 left to go. Because the chances of it being a 140,000 word draft are slim. They're slim. I mean, not impossible, knowing me, but slim. Am I gonna finish by September 1st? I don't want to ask for more time. I've already had to push this book because of second project. I hate pushing anything. I like to be on time for everything. I'm a timely person. What else can I tell you? I've been writing to Sabrina Carpenter's new album, Emails That I Can't Send. These are my favorite songs on the Sabrina Carpenter album. I spent the day writing to Running Up That Hill. Billie Eilish has a new song, TV, that I love. It's really like sad and mellow, and I wrote to it for a solid, I don't know, 4 hours. Right now it's 5:54, so I'm gonna be taking Bellamy out for his walk soon. I've gotten to the point where I'm no longer deleting stuff that doesn't work. I have a garbage pile at the end of the draft and I just copy and paste it there because I can no longer stand seeing the numbers go down. This is why it took me so long to hit 40,000 words, because I rewrote a lot of it, I took a lot of stuff out, and every time I take a lot of stuff out, it would just go down. It was like, I'm never gonna start this vlog. I'm never gonna hit 40,000 words. It happened though. It's the day that it happened, the day that... So the goal for this book is to have it fall between 90 and 100,000 words. I think we all know that this first draft of mine is going to be over 100,000 words. From now till September 1st, I'll probably do maybe like at least 80,000 words. But who knows? I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I know the big major points, but in the middle, I'm just like having fun. That's the best part. I can't wait to get to it. Because there's been a lot of like setup and angst about the setup. How do I want to tell this? Wait, do I want to tell it this way? Do I want to tell it this way? Ah! I had a very big character breakthrough moment. She is a little confused about where she wants to go with her life, as all my characters are. And I wanted her to figure it out as we went, but then I realized that like she needs to know something. And I need to figure that what that something is. Because without it, she was too lost. Like you couldn't, there was nothing to anchor her. Now she has this anchor and everything is so much better in terms of like how she relates to the world. She has so many more lines, and I mean like metaphorical anchoring lines to different things, because I know that she knows that she has an idea of where she's going. What do you think, Bellamy? Is Mommy gonna be able to finish the book on time? Yeah, you think so? You have faith in me? I think he thinks I can do it. I full on dropped my laptop today and then full on panicked because I was worried. I'm still worried. It's making a noise. I've dropped the laptop, this laptop. He's named after the lead from Sex Education. Who's the lead character in the show Sex Education?
I don't know what you mean by. Hey Siri, who is the lead character in the show Sex Education?
Siri?
How about a web search for it?
Siri never knows anything. You know who knew everything? Google on my old phone. I'd be like, hey Google, ask it any question. Siri on the iPhone is so dumb and it pisses me off all the time. I'll ask her what the weather's like today and she'll just be like, right now it's 72 and there's gonna be an average temperature of 77, and I'll look at it and it's gonna be 90 degrees. That's what I need to know, not what it is and what the average temperature is. Like, no. I can't remember my laptop's name and I'm very sad. What is his name? Otis! My mind has turned to mush as I dig into this book. I've dropped Otis way too many times. And it always happens because he's sitting on this table right here and I get tangled in the wire and the wire doesn't yank out of the outlet like it used to. When it was just like a little magnetic thing, it would just yank right out for this very reason. So you don't yank over the computer if you get tangled up in the wire. I got tangled up in that wire. My robo vacuum has got tangled up in the wire many times. I think one time I just dropped it. I don't think I've ever dropped a computer more than I've dropped Otis. When I first moved here last year and I was working on my book, I started reading Beach Read and it gave me incredible anxiety because the lead character is experiencing writer's block and I was having a very hard time getting through my act 1. So I put it down in fear. Like, I couldn't read it. But then I finished Book Lovers like 3 weeks ago now. It's my favorite thing. I'm obsessed with it. I love Emily Henry deeply. I think she's a romantic comedy genius. And now I just want to eat everything that she has to offer, and the only thing I haven't read is Beach Read. So I started the audiobook. You may be thinking, Christine, how have you started making progress after having a block for so long? I have 3 tips. The first is a think tank walk. You can take a think tank shower, but I recommend the shower for like smaller plot issues, and when it's like a giant act 1, what am I missing issue, a walk is usually needed. I went on a 2-hour walk with Bellamy where I had my AirPods in and I was listening to my old iTunes library on shuffle. It was amazing. That's where all my character stuff that I was having issues with clicked. You know what? Character issues are more of a walk thing. Plot issues, more of a shower thing for me. But whatever floats your boat, you know, depending on the size of the problem, usually you want to do a walk for a longer problem. 2 are forced writing sprints. That's right, folks. I hate a forced writing sprint, but that has what actually has made it so much easier for me to write. The thing that really gets me in the writing groove for the rest of the day is opening my laptop the second I wake up and writing like half asleep, just starting where I left off last night. And it puts my head in the story for the rest of the day. It like recalibrates me immediately, or else it gets distracted and I think about 100 different things. But if the first thing I do is open my fucking laptop, that's what I'm gonna concentrate on. And then on top of that, force yourself to do an hour sprint. Just set a timer on your phone, put your phone across the room, sit down with your laptop, and force yourself. Sometimes I'll catch myself on Twitter and I'll be like, wait, you only have 20 minutes left. Get off and go back. Doing that enough days in a row, you're gonna get into the groove. It's just something's gonna start to click. And I know it sucks sometimes. It like feels so hard sometimes when you're at a block. But then once you get into it, it's so much easier. I was so into it the last week and then I had to take 1 day off and I was like, no! When I came back today and it was hard, but I think I'm moving past it because I forced myself to do an hour sprint and it's feeling smoother. It's like you're trudging through mud until you get into it and then you start to just slide. Smooth like butter. Smooth like butter. That's where you always want to be. That's the zone. And then tip number 3 is to find your perfect song. And I don't know how I forgot this. It just slipped my mind. It's not something I was thinking about. But once I find a good song, if I have it on repeat, I will lock in and just sit there forever working. But if it's not on repeat and I'm not completely locked in on the next song, if the next song distracts me, then I come out of it. Find the song and lock in. Find the song. So I've got a couple songs now. Running Up That Hill became one of those songs. And then I've got Billy's TV. For like a week I was listening to rain noises. And then I started to fall asleep to rain noises. So that had to go. All right, babe, it's time to go for a walk. Time to go for a walk. Come on, sleepyhead. Ready? Yay! It's 10:11. I'm done writing for now. I'm almost done with the break into Act 2. I have 41,566 words. Just sat down to write for half an hour and then I ended up blowing past that and I wrote for at least an hour. Now I'm doing some yoga and I'm watching Not Okay, the new movie with Dylan O'Brien, Zoe Deutsch. Good morning. It's July 30th. I just finished a 45-minute writing sprint. We're now at 43,182 words. Act 2 starting thing is right here. I had an idea last night that I needed to insert earlier on, so I was working on Act 1 last night. I need to add one more scene, but I figured I should just keep moving forward. I just went in where that scene needs to be added. I was like, insert this scene here, and I bolded it. I'll get back to that. The only social I'm on right now is Be Real. Kindle. I just got it 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It's giving me mad Daily Booth vibes. I only have like 4 friends on it. I haven't added everyone I know. I just like added the first 4 people I saw and I was like, alright. I don't know. It's so ugly. Every picture on it is so gross because you can't show what you're doing and your face in a good angle. Like both can't be at the right angle at the same time unless you have a fucking like selfie stick or something, which no one's carrying that around just in case to be ready for their Be Real. It takes a picture from the front camera and the back camera at the same time. You have 2 minutes to do it or else it's like they took this late. So I've been taking them and they're all ugly. I'm just like, this is the ugliest social I've ever seen. Daily Booth was this social that was cool for like a second and that's how long I feel like Be Real will be cool for. It's just like they're all terrible pictures. I don't know what I feel. We'll see if that evolves. It's the only thing I'm on right now and it's one of my friend's birthdays and I was like, I guess I'm gonna say happy birthday on Be Real because I've deleted all of my apps on my phone and I don't want to re-download them. It's time to be real. I was exploring Spotify recommendations to add to my book 3 playlist. They had some good recommendations. Like some of them were just Taylor Swift songs that I've heard a million times and I was like, you don't need to recommend me this. If this belonged on the playlist, I would put it on. But underneath those, there were some good ones. I was impressed. I'm actually towards the end of Beach Read. I'm probably gonna listen to that while I eat lunch because I love it so much and I need to know how it ends. I don't want it to end. We are at 44,222 words. We have a new character that's coming. We're gonna get to know them a little bit now. I know this chapter is gonna get either shortened or changed, but I need like to capture the dialogue they exchange. And I can always change the circumstances around it. This is how I work. Like I need to do the dialogue first. I need to know the important things that they need to exchange. To get there, sometimes I have to write the stupid things that they need to exchange. And then when I go back through it, I'll delete the stupid things, leave the important shit, and maybe make the background more exciting if it needs to be. You know I'm reading Beach Read. She's talking about at 40,000 words, she was like in the Act 3 or going into Act 3 or like halfway through Act 2. Like she was getting to the end of the book. I'm just like, what kind of book are you writing? I know that Emily Henry, I know this book is not 50,000 words. It seems like she was writing like a 60,000 word book, maybe 70,000 words tops, the way she was talking about her 40,000 word mark. And I'm like, at my 40,000 word mark, we're just getting into Act 2. It was very funny, but like not in a funny way, in a, wait, what? Way. I've been doing a lot of my writing in the kitchen chairs. I just find it a good place to not slack off. How's this view for my writing sprint? Does it look like a good place for a time lapse? Okay, Siri. Oh wait, I need headphones. Headphones, whether they're even turned on and there's music in them, are kind of essential to me staying in the zone. Not always, but like 70% of the time they're essential. I don't think I'm gonna listen to anything during this sprint, but we'll see. Okay, 44222. Set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Counting down.
I'm at 45,644 words. We're approaching the 50,000 mark. 50,000 words officially makes a novel. I've been trying to make dinner more often. I'm still only making one thing, but like with 2 different sides. It's been almost a year now of a lot of DoorDash because I don't like cooking alone. And I don't like wasting all the stuff I cook or messing it up and then not liking the food that I cook. So I had new ideas while I was cooking, so I got my laptop and set it up over here. And I wrote a bunch, and I burned my burgers. I make 2 burgers most of the time because I always get distracted, and I always burn at least one of the burgers. I'm working on getting the burnt parts off. This always happens to me. This is why I'm terrible at cooking. I get caught up in the thought and go into prairie land thinking about the thought, flushing it out, or like I'll fucking get my computer, and once I start writing, like time will just go by without me noticing. I set like a million timers, but it doesn't matter. You have to flip the burgers or else they will burn. That's just a fact of life. It's a fact of life. And this has also been happening. I'm listening to my audiobook, but I will get caught in a thought spiral and then like lose track of what's going on in the book because something will remind me of my book, and then I'll start thinking about like an issue that's happening in my book and then get inspired to fix it and completely lose track of Beach Read. And that's great. Like when a book is making you think about, oh wait, what is that timer for? My pasta! When a book is making you think in ways that help you solve the issues that you're encountering in your book, like that's the best. And I've been finding that more and more lately while I've been writing book 3. When I get stumped, instead of watching a movie, like I'll pick up a book and start reading, and then like something that author does really well will make me think about my plot and like what's missing, and then I'll figure out how to fix that. Just like what I did with Again But Better, where if I got stuck, I would watch a movie that has similar themes and it would make something click. I'm doing the same thing but with books this time around. It's been really nice. Oh my god, wait, this is done. See what I mean? I can't do anything cooking. I think with my second book, I found it very hard to read and write, and with this book, I'm finding it very inspiring to read and write. So it's like, it's different with every project. Is this done? Wait, no, it's still 2 minutes. I was in such a writing tornado. Can you not do that? I was in such a writing tornado that I didn't realize my computer was dying. It was at 1%. Like I saw it, but I didn't register it. And I was writing this really intense conversation. I was so into it. And then the computer died and it lost the most important part of the conversation, which I had just written! So of course, like I wrote it again immediately, but like, you know how it's just not the same? Those perfect words come out and you're like, yes, I did it. And then if they disappear, your brain is just like, I have no idea how I said that so perfectly. Like, what was it? What were the exact words? And they're not coming out now. Why doesn't it autosave every second? I'm not sure if my day is over yet at 11:06 on the 30th, but I'm at 47,140 words. I'd say I made some good progress today. And I finished Beach Read and it was absolutely wonderful. Are you done causing a racket? You may be wondering, Christine, what's that coat you're wearing? It looks like Edward Cullen's. And I'll have you know, I bought it just because I wanted to look like Edward Cullen. That's the way, I like to look in a pea coat.
Does she actually look like Edward Cullen in that coat? Will the writer's block continue to be dead, or will it rise like Taylor Swift in that one music video? Find out next time on the trials and tribulations of writing a book with Christine May. And please hit the like button, it really helps me out. I love you. Thanks for watching. I'm Christine. Bye.